So today I'm going to tell you about Mexican beer-based beverages, and the first thing would be a chilada. A chilada is lime juice with a salted rim and beer. But today we're going to make a michelada. So a michelada, to start, you would take a mug or a glass. This is a medium-sized michelada in our part of Mexico. They get that big. And you would begin by squeezing 2 Mexican limes for every beer you're going to use into a bowl like this. You want to use really green Mexican limes because when they start to turn yellow like that, they get very bitter. So use the greenest Mexican limes you can find. If you can't find Mexican limes, you can use Persian limes, but of course the flavor is much different. So in this bowl I have the juice of 4 Mexican limes, and I'm just going to take my glass and dip it into the lime juice, and then we're going to line the rim of the mug with tahine. And tahine is a powder that's made out of ground chilies, dehydrated lime powder, and salt. So then this one right here is made with habaneros, so it's very spicy, and we'll dip the rim in the Mexican lime juice and then into the tahine powder, and we'll come out with a lined rim. And from there we'll set it down gently on the counter. You don't want for all the tahine to fall off. And we will then pour the lime juice into the mug. Again, 2 Mexican limes for each beer. And then we're going to hit it with some hot salsa. Just a couple squirts of that. And we're going to use some what they call salsa inglesa, which is Worcestershire sauce in Mexico. So some good dashes of that. It's just basically an umami bomb. You have tons of umami in Worcestershire sauce. And then the next secret ingredient is Maggi Hugo. Hugo is, in this case, is a blend of soy sauce and beef bouillon, again loaded with umami. So we'll put in a bunch of dashes of that as well. So this is about how much liquid you're looking at in the bottom. Just enough to season the beverage pretty well. And I think I'll put a little bit more buoy in that. Okay. Now I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to stir it up, because that salsa does not like to dissolve. So we'll stir it up really good and get that mixed up and dissolved. So this is what you would call like a classic michelada. At this point we'll add 2 beers. If you don't like the strong flavor of the Worcestershire and the Hugo, then you can add a good slug of Clamato. Again, more umami from the clam juice and the tomatoes. A lot of gringos like to have it with Clamato, and I like to have it with Clamato Cubano, which is a special type of Clamato we get here in Mexico that has a bunch of cumin in it. But more and more often I'm just drinking the standard michelada. I like to add the beer first, and then you can put some ice cubes in the top to keep the beverage cold. Really, it is super refreshing. I've never been a fan of Bloody Marys, but this has basically the same ingredients as Bloody Marys with beer and a lot of Mexican lime juice, and it's uber refreshing, especially after a long walk.